to the recent cuts. But as to why, it seems that Asuka will be returning to Japan for personal matters. As Fightful continued their report saying, "So I found out definitely what's going on, and I don't want to miscredit the person who said it, but the person who said there's personal stuff going on, that's accurate. And again, I don't want to elaborate on what that is, but I was straight up told tonight she was not part of any cut. She wasn't asked to take a pay cut. As best as I know, WWE did not want Asuka to be gone for a while, so to speak." They continued saying, "Here's what I heard. Asuka had approached WWE and said, there's stuff I've got to attend to, which we're not going to elaborate on. It's back in Japan. She's going to be spending some time there. I don't know how much time that's going to be, but obviously it's not what WWE wanted to hear. It's something that they felt was important to honor and all that." Asuka is still highly regarded by those in WWE, as Asuka is beloved in that company. When people naturally were like, "Oh, was she cut? Was she asked to take a pay cut?" A number of people hit me up and they're like, "Man, we can't speak higher of the job that she does." Now, it's still being questioned by fans why WWE didn't deliver this angle at WrestleMania, as it would have been spectacular. However, it's possible that WWE didn't want to deliver 2 retirement angles in the space of one show, as it may have been seen as complete overkill. Next up, WWE stars are leaving. There seems to be some growing speculation about the WWE future of Angel Garza after a cryptic social media post followed Monday Night Raw. Garza and his cousin Humberto Carrillo, known together as Los Garzas, made an unexpected appearance on Raw despite officially being part of the SmackDown roster. And during the show, they were quickly defeated in a one-sided handicap match against Obafemi. But what caught fans' attention was more about Garza's message after the show, which many interpreted as a possible farewell or sign of uncertainty about his WWE status. He mentioned, "Thank you to everyone who never jumped off the ship and kept supporting the Garza legacy through it all." This led to Garza even blacking out his social media. Although they've achieved some recent success, including winning the AAA World Tag Team Championships in 2025, their most notable appearance was probably last night getting demolished by Obafemi, and they've only had a handful of matches in 2025 and 2026, most that were on main event. What do you guys think? Are they leaving, or could this be a gimmick change? Now, it seems that Sami Zayn pushed back against WWE's creative plans to make him a heel on SmackDown. According to a backstage report from Selfmade Pro, WWE writers actually wanted to move Zayn into a more straightforward heel role as fan reactions toward him became increasingly mixed. However, Zayn reportedly felt that the situation was more layered than a simple good versus bad character change. He didn't really want to turn heel, and he argued to creative like, "Hey, why don't we tell a nuanced story here?" Because he told him, "I don't think I'm the bad guy. I feel like my relationship with the fans is evolving, but I'm not necessarily a bad guy." There is certainly some complexity to it, as one moment the fans are chanting "Let's go" to Sami Zayn, but then as soon as he steps into the ring, they're booing him to an oblivion. Maybe Zayn should just fully embrace it and just turn heel for goodness sakes. Next up, WrestleMania and Ireland. And last week it was reported that Ireland may make a bid for a future WrestleMania event. In the latest update when it comes to this, Fightful Select are reporting that bringing WrestleMania to Ireland is indeed a long-term project for the company. Fightful Select's Corey Brennan has learned more about proposals from those close to the Hope project, with the idea of WrestleMania coming to Ireland being considered a long-term project, and one that can be achieved if the Irish government view Ireland as a global sporting hub. It's also been reported that the country will need to raise a substantial amount of money to bring the event to Europe. Additionally, it is expected that Ireland will need to at least match the $6 million Las Vegas bid to host a show, something which was seen as a major roadblock for the event by some sources we spoke with in the Irish wrestling scene, as well as Irish weather being an issue due to Croke Park not having a roof. It was also estimated to Fightful that the event would bring in close to €300 million to the Irish economy. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but there's no denying that a WrestleMania in Europe would be a welcome change of pace for WWE. Next up, MVP targets Triple H. AEW star MVP is once again targeted head of WWE creative Triple H. Speaking on his podcast this week, MVP called out the game for failing to make new talent. Look, you can go down the list and you could think of talents that Taker worked with that he elevated and got them over. Point of people you remember the nose getting over? Triple H in his career. How many people can you associate with him? And I'll give you 2. I'll give you Randy. I'll give you Batista. Who else can you remember the triple nose getting over? MVP would then pinpoint a specific example of how the game put over Jeff Hardy, but didn't ultimately make him look good. Even when he got the Marty, all Jeff Hardy. There we go. I remember the finish because, there was a 3 count and he sat up, smiling like, gosh, golly, not boom, oh man, I hurt him, old May. I know the man, I've worked with the man, your ego, and your opinion versus my experience of Harry Diff. These comments are a hot topic on social media today, with a lot of fans feeling like MVP needs to let this bad blood go and move on with his life. It's clear that MVP holds a ton of resentment for how the game presented the Hurt Business in WWE, and now that MVP is in AEW with the same faction, it's time to focus on what's going on in the company he's actually in. Next up, Ronda Rousey shoots on a WWE run. Ronda Rousey rarely has anything positive to say regarding a WWE run, and this hasn't changed in 2026. Speaking of Complex, the former WWE Women's Champion revealed that she felt edited in WWE and she didn't enjoy being under the death throes of Vince McMahon. Oh yeah, I felt like I was doing somebody else's impression of myself. You can tell when I was allowed to write my own promos and when I wasn't. I really enjoyed my time in the ring. I didn't really enjoy being under the death throes of Vince McMahon's reign, but there were a lot of great experiences there. Rousey made a debut in AEW earlier this year. However, it's been reported that this was just a one-off appearance and won't be leading to anything substantial in the company. Next up, the New Day appearance set. The New Day only recently departed WWE, but the talented duo are already being booked for future appearances. According to PW Insider, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have agreed to appear at the next 2 GalaxyCon conventions. PWInsiderElite.com has confirmed that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have signed to appear at the next 2 scheduled GalaxyCon pop culture conventions. The former WWE stars will be appearing in Oklahoma City and Nashville, Tennessee, the weekends of the 24th May and 30th May, we are told. There is reportedly major interest in bringing the duo to AEW, and due to their stellar reputation within the pro wrestling world, this should be a no-brainer signing for Tony Khan. Finally, this Saturday night's main event card set. Our final story looks ahead to next week's Saturday night's main event. WWE has started to build to next week's show, and as things stand, 2 matches have already been confirmed, those being the Vision vs. the Street Profits